I had to catch my breath a bit. Wow. What a first round, huh? It's amazing. So much, everything and then some happened in that first round. But first, I know exactly where to start, too. Tampa Bay. What the fuck? Hmm? Win 62 games, you tie the record, the NHL record for most wins, and then you just disappear. Hmm? Even worse, you get swept after getting the President's Trophy. They pushed the President's Trophy on my birthday, March 18th, weeks ago in the regular season. And they had the best record. They had 6-2 win season. Now, I kind of figured they were gonna fail to make the final, but lose the first round and get swept, and by Columbus of all teams. How's a team of record that good get beat by a team that has never won a playoff series? They were the only team left that hadn't won a playoff series. Even worse, they won a grand total of 5 playoff games in history. They never won more than 2 games in a single series. No more than 2. But so when they were up 2, I thought, well, that's their limit. Tampa Bay's going to step on their throats and kill them. When they won Game 3, I went, oh no, this is really going to happen, isn't it? and they took Game 4 in dominant fashion. And it's been a week. I still can't believe it. This is history. This is the biggest choke in sports history. Somewhere the Atlanta Falcons, the Cleveland Indians, and the University of Virginia are laughing at them right now. I mean, it's ridiculous. But congratulations to Columbus. After all, they finally won a playoff series. They did it against a team that only lost 20 games total all year. I think I read they never had a 3-game losing streak until playoffs, until it counted. Oh boy. But let's move on to a team who actually took care of business in the first round. Oh, I can hear those. Oh, I can hear those people after game 1. Well, we told you they weren't for real. Look at them. They got shut out and dominated by the best team in the West. They have no chance in hell. Really? What happened in game 2? They had Calgary had the lead, lost in overtime. Game 3, we killed them. Just flat out killed them. Game 4, Calgary had a 2-0 lead. The midpoint of third period, lost in overtime. Game 5, look at the start of game 5. We just finished the job. We were the firefighters in the playoffs. We extinguished the flames and shut down Johnny Hockey, or as I should call him, Johnny Crybaby. Only had 1 assist and spent the whole series bitching and crying to refs, wanting calls. He had a penalty shot opportunity in Game 5. He did, and that call was correct too. He had a penalty shot opportunity. He whiffed on that, and he was still crying to referees. He's the NHL's Tom Brady, just crying. It's ridiculous. People call Crosby a crybaby. They clearly have not seen Gaudreau. But speaking of Crosby, they got swept. I figured the Islanders were going to beat Pittsburgh out, but I didn't think it'd be a 4-game sweep. I thought it'd be a series. I thought it would go 6 or 7. Instead, Pittsburgh just didn't care. Or what it is, I don't know. What else? Oh yeah, Winnipeg. The Blues were a buzzsaw, but the Jets should have beat them. They just fucked it all up. They did. In Nashville, I think this is the end of the Predators. I really do. I think it's over. This whole thing started a little bit in 2016. It really skyrocketed in 17 because that's when they number eight in the West, pretty much dominated the top level Blackhawks and went all the way to the final. But after they lost, that's when they started falling. Last year, they barely survived the Avalanche and got killed by Winnipeg in Game 7. And now look at this year. They let Dallas just fuck them up. It's over. It is over for any expectations for Nashville. Couldn't make Avs fans any happy. 3 series went 7. Toronto. The Leafs are in their own purgatory right now. I swear. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. They lose 3 times in Game 7 in Boston in a 6-year span since 2013. I'm just stuttering. I just can't believe how flabbergasting it is. And I actually thought they're going to beat Boston this time. I thought they would because Boston was kind of running out of gas a little bit. Toronto had pep in their step. Then Kadri commits the penalty. That fucked him up. Now he's going to have the whole offseason to think about what a stupid thing he did. And as for Toronto, I sure to think what they're going to do next season. Vegas. Ooh, Vegas. Oh, what can I say about Vegas? They blew it. They just flat out blew it. They were up 3-1 in San Jose, but in Game 5 they pulled a disappearing act. Game 6 they went to double overtime and gave up a shorthanded goal. And then Game 7 they actually had it. They were up 3-0. They were up 3-0 with half a period to go. But then Cody Eakin commits this dumb fuck penalty. Basically tries to kill Pavelski. And all of a sudden, the sweeping giant was awoken. 5-minute major that saw the Sharks score 4 goals. 4 of them. They went to overtime, but they lost there. So Vegas experienced their first round exit and their first collapse. So I've read the jokes. This is the worst season. This is the worst season in Vegas history. Well, technically that's true, but anyway. Then of course. Can you believe how the first round ended? Can you just believe how the first round ended? Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you a Game 7 overtime victory, defeating the reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champions, the Washington Capitals. An overtime goal scored by Brock McGinn. Brock McGinn scores a double overtime. The Canes upset the champs. No division winners in the second round. Can you imagine? Just think about this year at Avalanche fans. Think about this year at Avalanche fans. We outlasted Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Nashville, and Washington. That means McKinnon has made it farther than Crosby, Ovechkin, Rene, PK Subban, and Kucherov, the points leader. And do you know how fucking epic that is as an Avalanche fan? That's just amazing. So it was a crazy first round. 9 games went to overtime. 2 went to double overtime. 2 went to double overtime. 2 of the 3 Game 7s went to overtime. The Avalanche played in 2 of the OTs and won both. So, which means we picked the right time to finally get it done in overtime. And like I said, all 4 first place teams are gone. All 4 wild cards have advanced, obviously. As a matter of fact, I think in the 2-3 series, in all 4 2-3 series, only I think 3 number 2s advanced. Yeah, 3 of them. 3 number 2s advanced. Boston, the Islanders, and San Jose advanced. St. Louis was the upset. Something I call it upset. So yeah, and that's what a lot of wackiness, chaos in its standing. And folks, that's just the first round. There are 3 more rounds to go. The second round starts tomorrow night. It's the Atlantic. In the Atlantic final, it's Boston versus Columbus. This could be an interesting series. Obviously, the first meeting ever between these 2. That's only because before this year, Columbus had only faced 3 teams in the playoffs: Detroit, Pittsburgh, which they faced twice, and Washington. So it'll be Columbus and Boston in the Atlantic final. The Metropolitan final. Islanders and Carolina. Yeah, Carolina advancing the playoffs for the first time in a decade, facing off against the Islanders, who are on a roll. Should be a good series. That's the Metropolitan final. The Central final, it's St. Louis versus Dallas. That's going to be interesting. They've had a lot of playoff meetings in the past. The Pacific final, Colorado and San Jose. Now you know that team. Colorado, San Jose, Dallas, and St. Louis make up the Western Conference Final 4. It's the old days again. Those old days 15, almost 20 years ago, when those 4 teams were in the playoffs pretty much every year. And San Jose and Colorado ran into each other a lot back in the the Sakic and Forsberg days when the Avs were this juggernaut and so were the Sharks. They were kind of up there. Um, I think this is like I think we faced the Sharks like 5 or 6 times before this. The last meeting was 2010. That was 9 years ago, and that's the Pacific Final. And it's gonna be very interesting in Week 8. So my predictions, or here are my predictions. Here are my predictions. Uh, I I really want to pick Columbus. I really do. I just want to see if Columbus is really going to go far after beating Tampa Bay, but I don't know. I don't know. I want to pick Columbus. My gut says Boston, but it's going to be Boston. I think Boston's going to take this in 6 games because, Columbus. Well, there's not a lot of playoff experience. There's not a lot of playoff experience with Columbus. So a lot of times that doesn't seem to matter. But and people think, well, they beat Tampa Bay. It was an epic win, but that's beating Tampa Bay plays to the unpredictability of hockey that has existed for the last like 30 years. Um, so I don't know. I think my gut says Boston's gonna take this, but it's gonna be a long series. I say they get it in 6. The Metropolitan Series, the Islanders and Carolina. I think it's gonna be Isles in 6. That's gonna be 6. Isles are gonna take this in 6 games. The Central Series. Here's my thing. I was really hoping the Blues would be taken down because I think they're buzzsaw right now. If Nashville had beaten Dallas, the Blues would have no chance of advancing. If it was Blues Predators, I think the Predators would have beat them in 5 or 6. They wouldn't need 7. I don't think Dallas is going to beat St. Louis. I really don't. They beat Nashville because Nashville has holes. Dallas isn't. Dallas doesn't have holes, but they're not like St. Louis is this year. So I think it's going to be a long series. So I say Blues at 7. And then there's the Avalanche series, Pacific series. Of course, I asked a lot of fellow Avs fans on Twitter, who would you? Well, Avs fans, we asked each other who would you prefer, San Jose or Vegas. Um, at one point, I said I would prefer San Jose, but after seeing Vegas, kind of Vegas and Fury sputter, I said Vegas. Now I think we could beat either one of them. Of course, we have to have San Jose this year. Uh, we've had a long layoff, but we're still on that roll. I really think we're on that roll. San Jose has that stat team, Carlson, Burns, uh, 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 Pavelski's part of it, even though his status for like first few games may be up in the air. But they got Evander Kane and Mark Jones is kind of doing well, but they just played a long game 7 and they're not going to get much rest. And plus, like I said, the Avalanche are kind of another buzzsaw right now. So I think it's good. It's going to be a long series. It won't be a short series. I was surprised. Honestly, I wasn't surprised when we beat Calgary. I was surprised it was so short. I thought it would be 6 games. It'll be in 5, but I think it's going to be 6. Avalanche in 6. We're going to be in the conference final for the first time since '02. So, which also saw us beat San Jose to get there. So again, my picks: Atlantic, Boston in 6, Metropolitan, Islanders in 6, Central, Blues in 7, Pacific, Avs in 6. Those are my picks. It should be a great second round. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this whole bit of mayhem known as the Stanley Cup Playoffs. I will be back here to review the division finals. So until then.